he's by the pool with, like, 3 bottles of vodka, and he's holding another one, and he's just drinking it. I'm like they were empty, and I'm like, Hardin, how are you alive?
Welcome to the sewer!
Well, hey guys, it's Lila here, and guess who? Evelyn. She's doing great, just ate some Cadbury eggs. We have a stash. About, was it a week ago?
It was longer.
A little bit over a week ago, we watched the movie After. And we're going to talk about it.
And if you don't know what that is, it was a Wattpad book, and it was a Harry Styles fan fiction.
Neither of us read it, though. It was really popular
because
back in the day.
But we watched it. We wanted to know what it was about.
Yeah.
What it's going to be.
Yeah.
And
we have a lot to say.
Yeah, we're here to share our thoughts on it.
Our thoughts and our feelings about
I have very,
mess.
very strong feelings toward this movie. I'm not going to say what kind of feelings, but I have very, very strong feelings toward this movie.
I have some notes right here that I've written down.
Nobody cares about your list, Chloe.
Shh. About a couple of things in the movie that we're going to talk about. We might go off on tangents and just forget about the notes, but for now, we're going to go off with this.
I think we should start with the characters.
The characters.
And the acting. No, wait, the acting.
The characters. Okay.
Characters and acting.
Who do you want to start with for the characters?
I think what we should explain a tiny bit. So there are 2 main characters. The person who's supposed to be Harry Styles but isn't, named Hardin.
Horrible, unfortunate name, by the way.
And the girl, name is, what's her name? I already forgot.
Tessa.
Yo, it's Tessa Brooks. The competition shook.
Tessa. Okay, those are our 2 main characters, and there's some other characters who just kind of like show up sometimes. But
they're only there to interact with the 2 main characters.
And
I mean, that's what
there.
side characters are for.
No, but they don't.
But they don't really add anything. They're just there.
They're just there.
Yeah, they don't have a purpose.
Most of them. One of them did something that I cannot say.
I mean, I think if it was up to the person who wrote the book, it would just be Harry Styles and the main character and nobody else. They just
it would just be in like a boxed room with a bed.
Basically,
you know
they'd be in a cell
and
together.
a box of condoms.
Yeah. Oh my god, imagine Harry Styles
what if
in
they
prison. In prison with you. Okay, POV reader, Harry Styles prison fanfiction.
Oh, but what if they provide you with condoms because they don't want you to have children, and they know you're probably gonna,
Oh my god.
What if you ran out of condoms?
Stop.
You'd have to ask
just
for
stop,
more.
Stop, okay? We're not gonna do that.
So, Tessa. So, let me say something about this girl. Let me tell you something. She had a boyfriend for the half of the movie, and she didn't give a about him. And she also was a tsundere for like 5 seconds. And I'm not kidding when I am exaggerating a little bit, but it felt like it was only 5 minutes before she was just like given in,
Well, we were going to talk about Hardin first, and then we just roasted his name and went to Tessa. Okay, whatever. Yeah, we'll talk about him later. He's
just there to
No. He's what made the movie so freaking hilarious.
I love pineapples.
Did he say that?
No, but that feels like that's the tone of his voice whenever he talks.
He also looks like a man baby. Okay, we're roasting him again. We're talking about Tessa, okay?
Okay, Tessa, it annoys me. Because she acts like a perfect girl, like a perfect, Christian girl.
And she's not even Christian, that's not mentioned.
Who's a virgin. I don't know, I'm just adding that.
Her whole personality is her virginity. And then when it's gone, they're kind of don't know what to do with it.
She doesn't have a personality after that.
Yeah.
There's no personality.
That's why there's so many montages and they just don't really have the characters talking to each other or interacting anymore.
Because she doesn't have a personality after that, because apparently her only personality trait was being a virgin.
Actually, you know what her personality was after that? her relationship with Hardin. I remember there was one scene where they were in the bath and he was just like tracing stuff on her back, and I was like, what the heck is this?
He was just like, do you know what that says? And she's like, no. And he's like, I'm not going to tell you. And I'm like, what was the point of that scene? Then just like goes to the next scene. Like, that's basically felt like all the scenes were completely useless.
Any scenes that were not montages after that had no actual depth to them. There was no reason for them being there. There was a tiny bit of plot,
but like, what bothered me about her is that like, she didn't care about her boyfriend that she already had before she started hooking up with him.
Well, I mean, she cared about him, but it was kind of in a friend way, and they were forced into a relationship together.
Yeah, but she it feels like immediately after they broke up, she forgot and went to him.
Mm-hmm.
So she was, at first, she was like, oh, I can't do this right now. But it was like one night.
Yeah.
It was like one night before she went running to him, and that bothered me. I'm like, if you with a person for that long, you should probably, take a little bit more time. And that was way too fast. Like, that they could have developed that more.
And the turnaround for her when she wanted nothing to do with Hardin, and she just saw him in a coffee shop, and she's like,
okay, let's go to the...
No. Before that, she's like, I don't even, want to hang around you. Let's stay away from each other. And then 1 minute later, she's like, okay, fine, I'll just go with you. And I'm like, what?
And then they went to a what am I saying? A lake, and they just started making out. They just started making out the entire... For, how long? I don't even want to remember.
Have you ever been touched before?
Oh, Tessa, you haven't been touched before, you virgin. And I was just, sitting there,
so true.
Like this. Sorry.
Yeah, there were times she was visually, you could see her visibly cringing, and she was just like, I don't want to be here anymore. Can we just go?
Covering my face.
She's like, when is this going to end?
To her the entire time and bothering the old couple in front of us.
And the teenage girls that were around us. They were giving us looks. Also, we had a Sprite. We had a medium Sprite when we were there.
This is a rant. This isn't a book review.
It's a rant review, okay?
It's a rant review.
We didn't know, but for the entire movie, we couldn't get anything out of it, but it was because there was a slit literally in the straw. I ended up just trying to break the straw in half, and we have them still.
Yeah, I can go get them.
The two halves. No, we're good. Okay.
Okay, I think we should talk about Hardin, then maybe explain, how terrible the plot was.
Yeah. Oh, well, we would still have to talk about the side characters, but let me
there's
just
not
say
much
one word.
to talk about.
There's nothing to talk about.
There isn't.
They have no personality.
There's just, as you told me before,
they're all stereotypes. There's nothing further done with them.
They're just basic college students, like you said before,
yep.
that drink and make bad decisions.
And any other characters are her mom and her boyfriend. They're just prudes. They don't want anything to do with college life. And that's it. That's all you need to know. And Hardin.
I feel like you only need to know his name.
Yes. He is Hardin. Hardin is complicated. He has one-liners. Every single piece of dialogue that comes out of his mouth is just a cheesy one-liner.
And it makes you laugh. If
I
you want to laugh, go watch this movie.
I was cracking a lot of jokes about this. I do that every time I go see a movie with Nissa, and we were just cracking up in the back of the theater. I think people in the theater actually hated us and probably wanted to kill us, but, we had a fun time.
You know what I think? Here, I'm going to give an example of the face he was always making.
Yeah, he was a man baby. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't roast him anymore.
Yes, you can.
His acting was...
It was terrible.
It was horrendous.
It was awful.
It was horrible, but the dialogue had part to do with it. It was really repetitive. Everything that he said seemed like something he said 10 minutes ago.
And no tone in his voice. His voice didn't change. He's just like, you look beautiful.
He was the embodiment of movies trying to, make sad boys. Oh, I'm so sad.
I have daddy issues.
Oh my god, I'm so troubled.
Oh my god, isn't he a prince or something? I forgot about that.
No, I don't freaking know. His dad was some
Duchess
person
or something.
His dad was just rich or something.
I don't know.
I don't know. That was
some rich British
It was
person.
A weird side plot that didn't really go anywhere.
They didn't say anything more about that.
Speaking of plot line, that's where we're gonna go next.
Okay, I think we should explain how the movie went and then stop in places and complain about them.
Let's do this in a quick 2-minute explanation, because otherwise this is gonna be a 50-minute video.
Let's go back and forth. I can start. So basically it starts with her going to college. She says goodbye to her boyfriend, and she meets up with her basic college roommate who's obviously gay and obviously what?
Well, I mean, debatable.
Who's obviously, I meant to say, actually, I don't know why I said gay. Obviously, very drunk and...
She smokes weed and she's into girls and guys. That's what it was.
Basically, that's it. And that's all you know about her. And I can't even remember her name. She was that forgettable. And they go to a party and they're trying to get drunk or something.
Oh, Tessa is forced into going to the party by her friend.
Yeah, so she's there.
Her roommate.
And someone gives her a dare. I dare you to kiss Harden. And she's like, I'm not doing this game anymore.
Oh yeah, and Tessa's accent for the whole thing, it was kind of weird
a
because
Valley girl.
She's British. It sounded really strange.
She sounded dead inside, crossed with a Valley girl. So it's like, I'm not doing this game anymore. That's what it sounded like. Anyway, so she goes upstairs because she's like, ugh, I don't want to kiss Harden. He's just too British and hot for me. And he comes upstairs and he's all sad boy-like because she rejected him. And she's like, and he tries to kiss her. Of course he does. And she's all like, nah-uh.
And then she calls her boyfriend. She's super sad. And her boyfriend is like, are you at a party?
Did you get
How
drunk?
dare you?
How dare you? You...
And he's like, I'm telling your mom. I'm telling your mom. And
we need to speed this up.
Yeah.
Okay. And basically, 5 minutes later, or even less than that, she stops being a tsundere.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just suddenly they're making out.
Yeah.
It's just
okay.
like, that's basically it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it jumps from her, like, rejecting him.
Rejecting him over and over and over and saying that she doesn't want it.
Over
then she's like,
and over.
in the span
for
of,
like 3 minutes.
And in the span of 30
No,
seconds after
no,
saying no, she's like,
okay.
okay.
Sure.
And then they're making out in a lake, and then boom, they're in a relationship just like out of nowhere.
Boom.
And then
Like,
after that, later they get an apartment together. They're all lovey-dovey and stuff.
Oh wait, this
and then
scene.
And then she goes.
So she suspects him for something because he's getting texts from girls saying, "Did you tell her? Are you gonna tell her?"
Which is basically the basic, like the bitchy girl. You know, the bitchy college girl that likes him.
Yep. Anyway, and so she goes to find him, and when she does, oh my God, shocker! It was a dare.
The whole time.
The whole time, it was a dare
and then
for
of course,
him to be with her.
Of course, he's like, no, it just started as a dare. I love you so much.
No, he's like, I love you so much.
Well,
What
yeah.
is this? You said nothing could change your feelings for me. Why are you backing down now?
Yep, and then basically she
Runs
takes
away.
this as a cue to go all the way back home, 2 hours away from college, and just go out of college. She walks up to her door, and I'm thinking she's gonna say, "Mom, you were right," because her mom warned her that this was going to happen. She just opens the door and she just hugs her mom.
And her mom's like, I was too mean to you. And then she apologizes to her boyfriend, dude, and he's like, it's cool. People change. Because he's a Chad. And
No.
Is he a Chad? I don't
No.
think he's a Chad. He must be a Bob. Anyway, and so she goes back, and she's still, now she's like a sad boy. And one of her teachers...
Oh my God, I need to take
One
this
of her
off.
teachers gives her a paper that says, Harden wrote this, but I don't think it's for me. And she reads it, and it's like, I used to think that I couldn't fall in love. But I was so wrong.
Oh my God, no.
And now I'm so in love, and I'm so sorry. I love you.
No, but the part that bugs me is he handed this into her teacher. He didn't just bring it up to her and like force it into her hands like a normal person.
He gave it to the teacher.
He gave it to the teacher had to read this freaking disgusting love note. I mean, I would be so grossed out.
For all we know, he could have talked about some stuff in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
No joke, because he's Hardin.
It was his final essay, and he turned that in. She probably read that whole thing, thinking it was gonna go somewhere with, like, oh, I don't know, how does this relate to the topic that I'm trying to cover, like...
But here's this, you know? But she reads it, they look at each other, the movie's over. So it just ends with him saying, you used to ask me, who I love the most. Oh my god, you used to? She asked you once, and you said, and I said myself, but it's you. And then after, and it was over.
Yay.
And I was just like,
yay, it's over!
And you
it's
know what?
over!
Okay, time to complain about certain parts of the movie.
Yay.
So now you get the basic gist of it. Basically, he goes to college, beats a tsundere, hooks up with this guy for most of the movie.
Who her mom told her was gonna break her heart.
Gets a little bit of a broken heart, and they get back to, or do they get back together? I don't know. An essay brings two lovers together.
We're gonna talk about specific scenes that were really bad. We were really bad at movie reviewing, but this is kind of more of a rant.
But you can't really, like, how can you review this movie? It's all over the place.
That's true. This is probably better than the original.
So watch this instead of the movie after.
Yeah. Watch this so you don't have to watch after.
Like we did. We suffered for you.
Evelyn,
it's fine. Everyone, it happened too many times already.
Mention the condom scene.
I want to talk about this one. So this is the first time, you know, they're gonna get it on, and they're in bed, and there's just this awkward angle of showing her face and his face.
Yeah, because you can't show anything other than that. It's PG-13.
And he's like, are you sure you want to do this? And she's like, absolutely. And he's like, are you sure? I have condoms. And he's like...
He pulls it up and
shows
it to the camera.
He's like, I have condoms.
Well, he didn't say that, but he's like, protection. I could have just said, well, we're going to use protection just to be safe. But instead,
he just like...
You just show the condom, you know?
And then there's like a 1 minute part where he's opening it up.
Yeah, the sound
they
of
even
opening.
make a sound of him like putting it on, I think. Where it's like...
Oh my god, it's so uncomfortable.
And then
it's the most uncomfortable thing I've ever watched in a movie.
And it's like a minute long of him opening up a condom and putting it on, but you just look at his... You're just looking at her face.
They're just like staring at each other, and I'm like...
And she's like... and I'm like, and then she makes some sounds. She goes, and then at the end, after he put the condom on, this is all on his face.
We're such children.
Listen, this is all on their face the entire time, so you just hear sounds and see their face,
which is really uncomfortable.
And so he puts it on, and then you just hear this sounds coming from her, and I thought, is that supposed to signify that?
Oh my god!
I was just like, no.
Okay, now I want to talk about Hardin's sad boy alcohol problems. Okay, so basically after Tessa had ran away and said, we're done, basically.
We're broken.
Hardin had a freak out. He knocked over some roses, and there's glass all over the floor.
Oh, no, wait, that was the first time she broke it off with him.
Okay. So she was called by her friend, who, by the way, is the son of the person who's gonna marry Hardin's father. Weird. He's by the pool with like 3 bottles of vodka, and he's holding another one, and he's just drinking it. I'm like they were empty, and I'm like, Hardin, how are you alive? And then she just comes up to him.
He's not that old. Shouldn't he be dead?
Yeah. And she just comes up to him. She's consoling him, and he gets mad, I think, and breaks the bottle, and she starts picking it up like an idiot, like. And he's glass like, no, with no gloves.
And he's like, no, don't pick that up, I'll do it. And I'm like, literally, you're drunk. You're supposed to be drunk, but he's not acting drunk, He's not acting drunk, because he actually is like, no, don't touch that. He's like, I'm gonna take you inside and fix this for you.
He fixes it all right. He starts to, like, clean her wound, and then 1 second later, they're making out. They're about to, do it
That's
again.
basically all. And you never see, like, her hand, it looks so deep,
Yeah.
and you never see her hand wrapped up ever, and that bothered me. Are you sure?
I think that he purposely planned this. He poured all of the vodka in the pool and then just had another one,
so
acting
that
like
he
was
looked drunk,
drinking it.
and he wanted her to get hurt so that he could break out with her.
I think he has issues.
He's
and
planned everything.
Yeah.
He planned everything. He
Hardin,
planned the whole thing.
Hardin is a psychopath, confirmed.
Confirmed. So, yeah. We can talk about a couple other things that bothered us. The fact that plot only showed up at, like, 10 minutes to the end of the movie.
Oh, yeah. And then they tried to make up for it for the last 10 minutes, and it was so rushed. It looks so bad. It was just...
The slow part
why didn't you do that in the first place?
Basically an hour of them making out. And, like, 5 minutes of plot.
Yeah.
So if you want an hour...
Oh, and the montages.
There's so many
so
montages.
That was implied development for the characters and for the plot.
You don't see development.
It's like, I've watched reviews on 50 Shades of Grey, and everyone talks about the montages and how it shows that they have a good relationship, or it shows plot, but you don't get to see any of it. And I mean, it's easier to act like you love each other in, like, a small scene where you're not actually talking and having, like, expressions. No,
they didn't really even look
through...
at each other. They just kissed a lot. Wait, did they even know each other's, like, favorite color?
Yeah, that's the thing. You just don't see. The character, the character development was horrendous. And take this from a person who constantly is writing characters in books. They didn't develop the characters at all. And if they...
Nothing.
If it was, quote, developed and they changed, you didn't see it.
The only change she got is she's not a virgin anymore. So I can give them that for the development.
That's why I said...
more... That's the development she gets. And his development is he acts more sad boy-y. Because it seems like he acts more sad boy at the end. So he just becomes a bigger sad boy because of her. And that's basically the whole movie is about a virgin and a sad boy. So if you like virgins and if you like sad boys and you like them together, then good for you.
And if you like Harry Styles, actually don't watch it.
He doesn't
don't watch it.
He doesn't look like Harry Styles. The acting is bad.
Oh, by the way, fun fact, he was also the guy who played the younger version of Voldemort in Harry Potter.
The more you know. Do 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 do. I think we should give some advice.
Advice: don't watch this movie.
Don't read the book.
We just said we don't want to harm the artist. I mean, read it if you want, but
I don't suggest it.
Read it if you're wanting to
cringe,
cause pain to yourself.
If you want to die inside, read it. If you're already dead inside, you should probably not
read it.
But if you're already dead inside and you would like to be more dead inside, I suggest it.
Yeah,
I do.
But if you're like us and you enjoy watching horrible movies and just cracking jokes the entire time, I suggest
and ruining everyone
watch
else's experience.
Nissa's gonna get the straws. Something didn't happen to me today, so I'm just gonna dance. Ah! What the fuck?
I don't know where the straws are.
What? No!
Where are they?
Wait.
Someone threw them away!
No!
No! My room!
Oh my god, no! Ah!
Okay, so
I'm so
let's do
sad.
an outro.
The straws are gone.
The straws are gone! Oops. Anyway,
bye.
you should watch us instead of that, even though we could be analyzed and probably be just as terrible. What's this? I hope you like my acne, because you can probably
Stop.
see.
We have to say bye.
Goodbye.
That's not what I meant. Bye from Lie and...
Ew, that's cringy.
Bye from Lie and...
Ew, that's cringy.
Bye from Lie and... Say it. Say it or I'll
No.
Okay. Goodbye, sewer rats. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe.
Yes,
Please.
subscribe. Please, we're lonely. We have no friends.
Wait, I'm going to...
Don't let me press
Oh my god. You're gonna accidentally do something. Bye.
If I introduce you to my demons, tell me